We are live this morning. Good morning, Columbia County. Welcome to Columbia County Connect, our live stream broadcast on all the social media. Remind you first off that this is the last weekend for the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue at the amphitheater behind the library, 6 o'clock Friday afternoon. Had good success on the first two shows and look forward to the third one coming up this week. We got some carryovers back from a previous week and a special guest this morning from iHeart Radio, Andrew Harmon, better known as Pinky. Pink, welcome to this telecast.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We're very, very glad to be here.
We're back with John Luton, who is the Division Director of this Community and Leisure Services, and Miss Lisa McCullough, who is our Events Manager. We got a really nice announcement to come up with partnership with iHeart Radio. Before we get started, tell us all the stations and what goes on at iHeart.
What's going on at iHeart is a lot of big things. iHeart Media is the largest media outlet in the world with over 640 stations around the world. And right here in Augusta, we have now 7 great stations for everybody in the CSRA to listen to. We have the Heritage Station with 104.3 WBBQ, which was the first station launched in this area that people in the CSRA could listen to, and we're very proud to anchor that station and continue its heritage. We also have Augusta's Classic Rock, Eagle 102.3. We have a brand new 105.7 The Bull. It is
I like the Bull.
The Bull is great, and we also created a new station with that, which is 106.3 Bull Icon. So if you're like me and you grew up in the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s when country was really hot, that is the station that you want to tune into.
That's me and you, Pink.
Yeah, baby. And
late 80s and 90s.
That's good stuff. We also have Augusta's Blazing Hip Hop and R&B with Power 107 and 96.3 Kiss FM. And we also have the only sports station in the area with Fox Sports Augusta 1340 AM.
Man. Tell us some of your cohorts out there. I know your head lady, Ivy Elam, been really good to work with the county. You got the crazy man, Cliff Bennett.
Yes, Cliff is tied down today with a few other meetings, but Cliff has been a staple in the market for a long time, working with Augusta's Classic Rock, Eagle 102.3, and he's also our online digital content director. So anything that you see on any of our social media sites or our websites, you can thank Cliff for all of that. He's on top of a lot of the announcements that go out as soon as things hit the wire. As far as Ivy Elam, she is phenomenal. What she has done here in Augusta has been absolutely amazing. Having somebody who actually calls Augusta her home, and it has been her home, to put her at the helm of these powerful radio stations is a very powerful thing, and she's done nothing but great things since she's been here, and we're looking forward to just continuing to grow with that. We also have one of the only local morning shows in the area with Fats and Cher in the morning on 96.3 Kiss FM, and everybody in the area they always tell me when I'm out that they grew up listening to Minnesota Fats and Cher. Fats has been on the air for over 30 years now. He's been with Cher for over 16 years now, and a lot of great stories I've heard with Minnesota Fats about his start in radio because of the great James Brown, who gave him the start in radio. And it's great to work with each and every one of these individuals on a daily basis and know that I'm going into work with people who are very powerful in the radio industry, but who are also just very good people at the heart and soul. And when I go into work every day, I really feel like I'm going into work with people who are my family, who really care about each other and the radio business and their hometown, this area.
What about the Chattanooga choo-choo, Jay Cruz?
Jay is great. Jay was here for a long time, back in the day, long before I was here as a kid. And he worked for, I believe it was, what was the Y105? Was that it? The top 40 station? So you got me, because I've only been here for 8 years. But Jay really grew in the music business and ended up going to Nashville and working for a record label for many years. and had the opportunity to come back to Augusta, where he really cut his teeth in radio and became our operations manager for all of Augusta and our programming director for our country station, and was actually the lead behind launching our new station with 106.3 Bull Icons. He was the one that literally from scratch built that radio station. And to see somebody who started off in the radio business as somebody who just wanted to come into a radio station and be around in order to learn about the radio business, to grow to the point that he's grown, is absolutely amazing. That's what dreams are made of. It's what the American dream is. And for him to see it to fruition and continue to grow is absolutely amazing. He's done a phenomenal job.
Thank you for that little update there. Lisa, we got you and John, we got a special partnership with iHeart on an event coming up before too long. Tell us what y'all have put together.
Well, this has been a very fast but very successful ride in the last few weeks, but we are so fortunate and very, very excited to partner with iHeart on the promotions and bringing life to these three awesome bands that are going to be here. And of course, this is part of Columbia County Community Events concert series. And of course, this series is brought to all of our community by Associated Credit Union. They are our concert series sponsor. And then of course, again, just partnering with iHeart, we're coming together to bring a classic rock, 70s, 80s, and even 90s for some of these bands to Columbia County. And we were really excited too to coin the term or the title for the event as Classic Rock Meets the Classic South. And for those of you that may or may not know, the Classic South is a coined term. It is a regional term for Evans, Georgia. And so playing on those words, that's where it's coming. And we're very, very happy that they are coming to our stage. And
who all's coming?
We have got the Little River Band, coupled with Atlanta Rhythm Section, as well as Firefall. So we have a strong trio here of classic rock and a guaranteed enjoyable show by all. And we've got great ticket prices, and of course, where can you get in a better venue than our own Evans Town Center Park? So very, very excited. You
didn't tell them when it is.
June the 23rd. That's right. Well, thank you. I tell you what, we almost feel like it's now. We've been working really, really hard in the last few days to make all this come together in the big way as far as the presentation of the whole package. And but yes, it will be here before we know it. It is June the 23rd. It is a Thursday evening concert. Summertime, it's get to keep your weekend if you're a weekend getaway traveler, but also no school, so a little bit more of a flexible schedule as far as getting up and getting out each morning. So and it's also that time of year, about the only time in the summer where it is still nice as the sun sets. So gates will open at 5 for this concert, and music begins at 6 o'clock, and we're going to open up with Firefall. So the whole evening from start to finish is again going to be strong as far as entertainment. And it's always nice to be able to bring a concert where all of your audience will pretty much be able to sing along with every one of these songs, and it takes you back to a place in time wherever you might have been at that time and remembering the songs. So it's
Lisa sang one for me this morning, so I have to remember what Firefall did. John, what are we going to have at the concert? We'll have plenty of vendors and a few things to drink.
Food, drink. I'm sure we'll have a few things to sip on while we're there. I'll just say that Lisa and the rest of the event staff have made a priority recently of building these partnerships, such as the one with iHeart, working on sponsorships, Associated Credit Union. And it's those types of partnerships that are going to allow us to sort of take concerts and events and festivals to the next level, we think. And this is sort of the first step, I feel like, in that process. So we're very excited about this and look forward to working with you all, and as well as other potential sponsors and partners in the future.
And just to recap, Lisa, we got a busy month in May. We get through with the brews and barbecues and blues this weekend, and then before too long we pick up with we got Banjo BQ before long,
That's right.
and then we back that up with Banjo BQs on May the 27th and 28th.
That's right. And the weekend before is Thunder Over Evans.
Okay, we back up
And
further than
that event, for those of you that have been able to join us for that in the past, it continues every year to grow. And this year, it is growing continuously, even by the day. So we are, the coverage as far as the land alone on all of the attractions and all of the events for Thunder Over Evans is going to be quite spectacular. It's very hard to beat every year, but this year they're expanding. They're actually overflowing past the park for all of the events. We will be in overflow parking lots in the Judicial Center. So it's, again, growing by the day. So we'll have that the weekend of May the 21st, and then, like you said, followed by Banjo BQ the next
There's
weekend.
also going to be some new fireworks things that no one has seen before at Thunder.
That's exactly right.
And the week before Thunder, we get to do Pops Under the Stars.
We
The
do.
Augusta Symphony comes
We
out to
do,
Columbia
and
County.
that is going to be quite an event as well. We are meeting with them today, this afternoon, to finalize those plans, but they've always brought a great concert as far as entertainment is concerned. And then the weekend before that, we have our Soul Food Festival at the park. So that's coming up as well. So kind of like we said last week, every weekend in May, sometimes 2 or 3 events in the same weekend. There is always something going on within Columbia County at our different venues within Evanstown Center Park, as well as Columbia County Amphitheater. And then, of course, all of our other venues throughout the county.
Pink, you going to be the MC for this thing on the 23rd?
Oh, I will be one of the people there. I'm probably going to allow Cliff Bennett to be the actual host of the stage. He and I will probably be tag teaming it, but Cliff does a great job, and with him being at the helm of Augusta's Classic Rock Eagle 102.3 and now being the afternoon drive guy on our Heritage Station 104.3 WBBQ, I'm going to allow him to take care of that while I help Lisa and others take care of the other things that are going to be going on in the park to make sure that we have a smooth evening and a great evening.
You mean taking care of the money and stuff like that?
I'll take care of the money if you want me to. For people who may remember, it was just a few years ago that we did have Little River Band and the Atlanta Rhythm section here, and we had a decent turnout. After the show, though, we had a lot of people that were getting a hold of us saying that, they had already had plans that evening, so they weren't able to make it out, and they really wish they could have been there because it ended up being a fantastic show that they missed out on. You have plenty of time to make arrangements for this date so you don't miss out on this show. Plus, the addition of Firefall is absolutely huge. It's going to be on a Thursday night, so if you're one of those people we know down in this area, once you get into Friday evening when you get out of work, you want to get those kids, you want to get out to the lake so that you can enjoy that. This Thursday evening is going to be huge, so come on out and join us. Don't miss out on this show. And I can tell you right now, from conversations and meetings that I've had with Lisa and with Ron, there are a lot of big things that are going to be coming for Columbia County and for the Evanstown Center Park, and the Lady A Amphitheater is the perfect venue for you to enjoy a family evening, whatever the event is that they put on out here. So take a look at their calendar, visit them at columbiacounty.gov, and also if you want to go ahead and purchase your tickets, you can head over to wbbq.com right now, and if you log on right now, you can use the keyword or password of WBBQ, and we'll give you $5 off your ticket leading all the way up to Friday morning when the tickets go on sale. So don't be one of those last minute people and miss out on this opportunity. You've got plenty of notice, plenty of time. Get your tickets early and don't miss out on this phenomenal event.
About tickets, we got a VIP section.
We sure do, and
Tell us what
thank you
difference that
so
is.
much for mentioning that as well, because I think, or John and I were just discussing too, wasn't it maybe Mother's Day weekend, I think was when they came a couple
Yes, ma'am.
years ago, and so thank you for hitting on This is a Thursday night, and it's in June. We got plenty of time, so I appreciate you mentioning that too. But yes, our tickets, we have 2 different tickets that you can choose from. We have general admission, that's $25 for the evening, and just like Drew said, that if you go on to BBQ now through Friday before our tickets are released for the official sales, that's $5 off. So the general admission will be $20, and then of course we have our VIP section, and those tickets are a very nicely priced $80 ticket. So and of course the VIP section will include special placement with a nice tent, tables, chairs, food, beverage, enjoyment. So that will be available as well. And then we also, this is something new to our department. Our team has been working very, very hard to implement new policies or new procedures in advertising and communications within our events. We have too many wonderful opportunities, so we want to make sure that if there is a way to contact and be in communication with our community, we're going to find it. So we are now developing websites that are event specific for all of our events for Columbia County. So in addition to evanstowncenterpark.com, which is a beautiful website that has been a lot of work, I know, by our PR department, and then of course Anna Mae Massey and our department, putting that together to really be a state-of-the-art, to really showcase in a visual form the caliber of our venue. But with this one, in addition to evanstowncenterpark.com, if you go to classicsouth.com, you will be able to, you'll be right in front of this event concert specific website, so you can, all of the information from vendors that might want the chance to come out and be a part, to tickets, to all of our sponsors, to a question and answer page. A lot of folks call in to our department with questions of, can I bring a cooler to the concerts? Can I bring an umbrella? What about my pets? Is it special pricing for children, special seating? Is there reserve seating? Those are a lot of valid questions, especially for an outdoor venue where you don't necessarily have a seating chart. So anything and everything you want to know about this concert, but then of course also our parks, there are several different ways to get that information. evanstowncenterpark.com, classicsouth.com, of course our ColumbiaCountyGA.gov site, and then our Columbia County Community Events Facebook site. So
now tell us what you're going to get now. If you pay $80 for a VIP ticket, you get special seating.
That's right.
And you're going to have something to eat and drink.
That's right. Food and beverage.
All you want.
That's what we're working on. That's where we've been. Well, we at this point through our events so far, we have been able to. We have a full bar. We have delicious food. It's all catered, and so we haven't stopped yet.
So you can just come and party.
That's right.
The VIP is going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it. We are working on getting a hold of a couple of vendors, from a couple of beer vendors, from AB Beverage to some that are local, that are going to be bringing in some of our favorite local brews, along with some liquor agencies out there who might be bringing in some stuff that they are looking to get in the hands of people, new products that they want people to try. And so there's going to be plenty of things going on in the VIP. And truly, if you haven't experienced a VIP experience at the Lady A Amphitheater, you really haven't been VIP yet. So don't hesitate. We will have a lot of those answers within the next couple of weeks as far as what all is going to be included. But really, the VIP is well worth its weight in gold. Go ahead and get it. Enjoy it. We're going to be partying there. So that alone, if you want to come party with Cliff and I, will be worth the $80.
That's right. That is definitely great.
And you got to raise the prices if you're going to be
and speaking of you and Cliff, and then of course Ivy and Jay, everyone at iHeart, we really want this community to know how generous you really have been with partnering with us to promote this event. Generous does not even suffice it. The real the push that you are giving us in support, and we really, really appreciate that. iHeart is very, very good to us, and it is getting that word out, and not to mention getting the word out with stations that are incredible, well received, and you've got a great listening audience. That really, really means a lot to us and to Columbia County, because the more folks that we can get out at that park, the more that people are going to be able to see that when it comes to the county and it comes to parks, recreation, our facilities, our events, they really are able to see in a visual that enhancing the quality of life and bringing our community together for things that they can enjoy is a very, very important part of community itself, and where we want to go with this county and our growth. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
John, you got anything to add?
Well, I'd like to add something along a different lines. Sometimes we get caught up in what's going on at Evans Town Center Park, but this weekend in particular, there's a lot going on in the county. Out at Wildwood Park, we have the Archery Shooters Association National Invitational Tournament, which we're expecting 1,800 archers. That starts tomorrow, runs through Sunday. Riverside Park, we're hosting the Bender Dinker at Betty's Branch, which is a really cool event. If you haven't been out to that, that's a kayak, paddle, float festival type thing. They do an excellent job with that. And we also have at Patriots Park through Columbia County Community Connections, a kids festival day, which we're expecting a big crowd for. So a lot going on throughout the county, throughout this season, and especially this weekend.
And to follow up on the Bender Dinker, we already have a ton of kayakers, outdoor enthusiasts, and canoeists that are going to be out there for that event. There are still opportunities and slots available if you want to come out. If you don't own a kayak and you're just interested in figuring out what it's all about, they do have kayak rentals available. All you have to do is go to benderdinker.com. Betty's Branch is a golden gem that Columbia County has here in this area. So if you haven't experienced being out there just off of the Savannah River, then you really need to experience this. And even if you decide that you don't want to be out on the water and you don't want to be on a kayak, the events that are going to be leading up to the launching of the kayaks and then the party afterwards that's going to be going on out there at the park is going to be a phenomenal event. All you got to do is show up and enjoy. That's it.
Folks, thank you very much for being with us. Look forward to all these events.
Thank you.
Looks like an exciting, busy summer.
It is.
Thank you for being with us. We'll talk to you next week.